Hi, this is Dr. Lisabeth Saunders Medlock from Life by Design Coaching, and this is your life coaching tip of the week for September 19th, 2011. This week I'm going to talk about sweeping out the old. And what I mean about sweeping out the old is not just cleaning out your closet and getting rid of your old junk, but getting rid of other negative junk in your life, like bad attitudes, bad habits, bad relationships, and other things in your life that really have negative energy and take up space in your life that don't need to be there. It's amazing how many people are so used to living a specific certain way that they never really take kind of a good look at their lives and realize that there's a lot of negative things that you can take off your plate and let more positive things in. So there's three things to really look at. And one is to air out your attitude. And that is, look at all those negative emotions and feelings that you have, like fear and anger and resentment and jealousy and rage. And take a look at all of those, figure out where they come from, and work on them to let them go. For example, if there's a person that's done you wrong and you're waiting for an apology, let it go. You're probably not going to get an apology. If you're holding a grudge against someone for something that they did, let that go, move on. Those things just really take up negative space in your life, and they block positive things from happening, and you gotta really just kind of let all those things go. Also, when you look at your attitude, it's all about also looking at the negative habits and things that you kind of do continually that you would like to change about yourself. And it could be eating habits, it could be giving up smoking, any of those things that you think are negative, draining, or bad habits. You really do have the power and control to change those things. So work on getting rid of those too. The second thing you really want to do is kind of clean up your relationships and really take stock of your relationships and where they're at. If you're in a couple relationship or have a significant other, they really recommend that twice a year you kind of go away for a week or a weekend and have real, honest, authentic communication about, here's the stuff that's really, I've been wanting to talk about the things that you're doing that I really like, the things that you're doing I don't like, here's what I need from the relationship. Here's some of the things going on that the ruts we've kind of gotten into that we need to really talk about how to change those things. The same things with your close relationships. Close relationships and friendships takes really time and commitment and honest communication, and really looking at those relationships and making sure that you're having authentic communication and reciprocal relationships. Relationships should be reciprocal. They should have a give and take to them. You should get something out of each relationship. When you look at cleaning out your relationships, another thing to do is really look at the relationships that are negative and draining and talk about those to those people. What is it about that relationship or about that person that you're not willing to put up with anymore? It could be a negative behavior, a way that they're treating you. You don't have to be a doormat. So look at that and say, I really can't accept this behavior from you anymore. If you continue to do it, I just can't have a relationship. It's okay to do that, and you have to kind of get rid of those negative relationships in order, again, to have more positive people come into your life. And then the third thing you really have to do is continually look at your career, at least once or twice a week. Look at your career, not just your job, but your whole career. Look at your original goals and objectives and where you wanted to be at this point in your life, and kind of evaluate, okay, here's where I thought I would be and here's where I am. And really think about every day when you go to work, how do I feel when I go to work every day? Do I like what I do? What's good about it? What's not so good about it? And take a good assessment of where you're at. And if you're not where you think you should be at, then really make a plan to move forward with your career and change your career if it's not satisfying to you. So those are three things to do to really sweep out the old negative stuff and get some positive energy in your life: airing out your attitude, cleaning up your relationships, and looking at your career. So this was your life coaching tip of the week. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week for another tip. Have a good week.